From a small town in Texas to the grand stage of the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts' journey is a story of resilience, determination, and relentless work ethic. It's a tale of how an underdog turned his dreams into reality, defying the odds and showing the world that hard work always pays off. This is the incredible journey of Jalen Hurts, from childhood struggles to Super Bowl glory, early life and family influence. Born on August 7, 1998, in Houston, Texas, Jalen Alexander Hurts was raised in a family where the values of hard work and perseverance were ingrained from an early age. His father, Avarian Hurts, was his first coach, teaching him the game of football and instilling a sense of discipline and determination. But it wasn't just football that shaped Jalen. It was the mindset his father and mother, Pamela, gave him, that success is earned, not given. Jalen's father didn't just teach him to play. He taught him to think, to lead, and to overcome any obstacle in front of him. Avarian would push Jalen to his limits, not because he wanted to see his son succeed in sports alone, but because he wanted him to succeed in life. From a young age, it was clear that Jalen wasn't like every other kid. He was bigger, stronger, and faster. But more importantly, he had a mental edge. His leadership and poise on the field earned him respect from coaches and teammates alike. And it was in these early years that he began to develop the traits that would take him far. High school struggles and success. Jalen Hurts attended Channelview High School, where his talent would soon be recognized by scouts across the nation. But his rise wasn't without its challenges. High school football in Texas is a competitive battlefield, and at first, Jalen wasn't the talk of the town. Jalen had to prove himself. His sophomore season was a struggle. He wasn't the starter at first, and there were whispers about whether he had the skills to lead a team at such a high level. But Jalen wasn't fazed. He worked harder, trained longer, and when he got the starting position, he never looked back. In his junior year, Jalen led Channelview High School to a district championship, throwing for over 2,400 yards and 26 touchdowns. By his senior year, he had become a star. His leadership, combined with his ability to perform under pressure, made him one of the most sought-after quarterbacks in the country. By the end of his high school career, Jalen was named a 4-star recruit and ranked as one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. The University of Alabama was one of many schools vying for his commitment, but Jalen, already mature beyond his years, knew that the road to greatness wasn't going to be easy. It was just getting started. Alabama, the early years, and National Championship Heartbreak. In 2016, Jalen Hurts arrived at the University of Alabama under the tutelage of legendary coach Nick Saban. Expectations were sky high. The Crimson Tide had a history of producing elite quarterbacks, and now they had one of the top high school players in the country. Jalen was ready to take on the challenge. As a true freshman, Jalen Hurts immediately earned the starting quarterback job. He led Alabama to the National Championship game against Clemson in January 2017. But while Jalen had an impressive regular season, it was in this championship game where the true test of his character came. Alabama was down at halftime, and in a shocking move, Coach Saban benched Jalen in favor of backup quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. For many athletes, this would have been a devastating blow. Jalen Hurts had been the starter all season long, and yet in the biggest game of his life, he was replaced. But Jalen's response wasn't one of bitterness, it was one of growth. He stood by his teammates, supported Tua, and learned from the experience. Redemption, growth, and transfer to Oklahoma. After the championship loss, Jalen was faced with a difficult decision. Should he stay at Alabama and fight for his job, or should he look for a fresh start? Jalen chose the latter. In 2018, he transferred to the University of Oklahoma, where he would get a chance to lead a new team and prove that he was more than capable of leading a high-level offense. At Oklahoma, Jalen Hurts blossomed. Under the guidance of Coach Lincoln Riley, he became a more complete quarterback. He improved his passing, his decision-making, and his leadership skills. His ability to run the ball, combined with his newfound passing ability, made him a dangerous dual-threat quarterback. In 2019, Hurts had one of the most impressive seasons in college football. He threw for over 3,800 yards and 32 touchdowns, while also rushing for 1,298 yards and 20 touchdowns. He led Oklahoma to a Big 12 championship and finished as a finalist for the prestigious Heisman Trophy. Jalen's journey from being benched in the National Championship to becoming a Heisman finalist was a testament to his resilience. He wasn't just a talented quarterback, he was a fighter. He had learned to embrace the highs and the lows, understanding that every setback was an opportunity to grow. The NFL draft and transition to the Philadelphia Eagles. In 2020, Jalen Hurts took his talents to the NFL. Drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in the second round, many wondered if he would be the starting quarterback or if he would be developed into a future leader. But one thing was certain, Jalen was ready to prove himself once again. Jalen spent his rookie season learning behind Carson Wentz, but he was ready. When the Eagles faced adversity in the middle of the season, Jalen was thrust into the starting role. His first start was against the New Orleans Saints in December 2020. He wasn't just trying to win games, he was trying to make a statement, and Jalen did just that. He played like a veteran, showing poise, determination, and a level of confidence that surprised even his critics. He led the Eagles to a huge win and quickly showed that he was ready to be the leader of this team. Super Bowl LVII and a legendary performance. In 2023, Jalen Hurts took the next step in his journey. The Philadelphia Eagles were back in the Super Bowl, and Jalen was at the center of it all. Against the Kansas City Chiefs, Hurts put on a performance for the ages, throwing for over 300 yards, running for 3 touchdowns, and leading the Eagles in an epic battle. Despite falling just short of victory, Jalen Hurts proved that he was not just an elite quarterback, he was a true champion. He had faced every obstacle life had thrown at him, and each time he came out stronger. Legacy and inspirational impact. Today, Jalen Hurts is more than just a football player. He's a symbol of resilience, of pushing through adversity, and of never giving up, no matter how tough life gets. From a small town in Texas to the grand stage of the Super Bowl, Jalen's story reminds us all that greatness is earned, not given. Jalen Hurts' journey is proof that no matter where you come from, with enough determination and hard work, you can achieve greatness. If this story inspired you, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more motivational content, and share this video with someone who needs to hear that anything is possible.